What's up, team? Welcome to your Friday online workout. This is Coach Pablo with Cannon Mind Fitness. This is your Friday workout. Hopefully you guys have had a fantastic week. Hopefully you're healthy and staying safe and you've been enjoying these workouts. Now, for today's stretching session, I want you to go ahead and find some space that you can stretch around. We're gonna do an active stretch, so go ahead and follow along. First things first, you're gonna tuck that chin, roll the shoulders, exhale, reach for the toes. You're gonna walk it out into a plank on the toes. You're gonna come down to half plank. You're gonna go up into cobra. Press up, exhale, press those shoulders down into the ground. Tuck those toes, down dog. You're gonna touch the opposite toe, come back to plank, touch the opposite toe. Then you're gonna walk it back up. And then walk it back out. Onto the toes, half plank, cobra. Press up, exhale. Tuck the toes down dog. Touch the opposite toe, back to plank. Touch the opposite toe, and walk it out. Do that one more time. Walk it out, onto the toes, half plank, cobra. Exhale. Tuck the toes down dog, touch the opposite toe. Back to plank, touch the opposite toe. Walk those toes up. And repeat. Cobra. Tuck the toes, down dog. Touch the opposite toe. Back to plank. Touch the opposite toe. Walk it up. We're gonna finish it off here. We have about 24 feet that we're working with. So just to give you some reference, we're doing it for about 24 feet, giving you about 4 to 5 stretches here. Down dog, touch the opposite toe, touch the opposite toe, walk it up. Inhale back up. Beautiful. Now you're gonna turn it right back around and you're gonna head. Now you're gonna turn it back around, head this way. Lunge, knee down, squeeze the butt, reach for the ceiling. Exhale. Then take a step. Squeeze the butt, engage that front part of the hip, reach for the ceiling, exhale. Take another step. We're gonna take about 24 feet worth of steps and or 4 per side. Just making sure we're getting a nice stretch in the front part of the hip. Point that toe back, squeeze the hips, engage, press those hips forward, and release. Okay, try to get 4 total lunges per side, about 24 feet of space. Find that balance, reach. Then you're gonna go reverse with a twist. Take a step back, twist. Loosen up that spine, loosen up the upper back from maybe doing a lot of work on the computer, being hunched over for a lot of hours. So again, another 24 feet back, up. Good step back lunges. Beautiful. On the way back in, you're gonna go wide lunges. Side step, track that knee over the toes, back to center. Rotate, big step. Press that knee out, back to center. Rotate. Keep that chest up as you finish the last one. Beautiful. Now we're gonna work on the hamstring. So you're gonna overlap your toes and your heels. Soft bend on the knees. Send the hips back, hips forward. And take a step. Always staggering the toes and the heels. So you're gonna do 24 feet of this hamstring walk. It's gonna help activate your hamstrings. Keep your back flat the whole time, making sure we're thinking about sending the hips and butt back as we hinge the hips. There should be no movement in the spine at all. It's just through the hips. Once we make it to the other side, we're gonna work on some single leg deadlifts, which you might have worked on already in the week, so it should be great extra practice. All right, now that we've reached the other side, you're gonna do one more lap. You're gonna lock in that back foot, hinge the hips, touch the kneecap, come back up, step. I'm leaving that back foot behind, straight and locked in. That way, I can hinge at the hips. Okay, take your time. Balance is key. Boom. Then 24 feet, roughly 4 to 6 single legs per side. Take your time, finding that balance. All right, team, that's it. That is your flow, your stretch for today. Now, let's move on to the strength. Team, your strength work for today is going to consist of a lot of stability work. Why? Because it's super important to build those small muscle fibers that are going to help you stabilize your joints, to help you achieve the bigger movement patterns like stuff with the barbell, like big gymnastics movements, etc. All this stuff is also going to help you just feel better and feel less pain in your body from life, so let's get right into it. It's going to be 3 rounds for quality of 10 alternating bird dogs and then 10 single leg step-ups per side. So we're going to get down on the ground, we're going to work on that core, and then we're going to work on the hips and the legs. All right, so first things first, you're going to engage the floor, right? So spreading my fingers across the ground, getting a nice grip. I'm trying to get my pelvis, my back flat, right? So if I show you right here my back, there's this position, right? We're tucked in, we're extended, and we're neutral. We're trying to find that neutral. Again, so I like to go through each position, extended, tucked. Once you've found your neutral, you're gonna go ahead and lift your opposite hand and knee off the ground. You're gonna extend, hold. I want you to first find your balance, and then you're gonna go ahead and bring it in, touch, and extend. Total 5 times. Boom. The whole time, keeping my core tight, my hands and my toes are in line, my hips are straight and squared away. All right, I want it to look like that, not like that, all right? Finding that balance, that straight line the entire time. Once I hit my 5, come back to center, lift my opposite hand and knee, extend, hold, lock it in, first find that balance, and then start to extend at the arm and the leg. Again, the core does not change, my back does not change, my hip does not change. 5 in and outs with my hands and my knees. Once you finish that, I'm going to jump on 2 feet. I want you to find some sort of counter, some sort of box, some sort of surface, anything that you can find that's elevated, and you're going to hit 10 single leg step-ups per side. So I'm going to line up, make sure my knee is on top of my ankle and my toes. I'm going to come up, lock it in, find my balance, and then control. Back down. You saw from the very top, from the very bottom, all about control. Coming up, locking it in, and then control back down. 10 on this side, you'll switch, and 10 on the other side, control, find that balance, and then work your way down, work your way down, work your way down. All right, ideally, try to find something a little bit lower than this. Even for my height, this is a little bit tall. So find something that is high enough to work the legs, but not so high that you can't find your balance. What's up, team? Time to finish off your workout with some sweat. So today you have a 20-minute AMRAP. AMRAP just stands for as many rounds or reps as possible in that given amount of time. So 20 minutes completing as many rounds of work as you can of a 400-meter run. Now, obviously, if you don't have a 400-meter run marked out, if you don't have like a phone app for your running, if you don't have a watch app or something like that to track your distance, you might not be able to track your distance. So we've broken it down to 3 different categories. Advanced, you should be hitting this in about 1:30. Intermediate, you should be hitting it in about 1:45. Beginner, 2 to 2.5 minutes. Right, so that's kind of your range for the 400-meter run, just in case you can't find some way to measure your distance. Again, advanced 1:30, intermediate 1:45, and beginner between 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes. Your next movement is going to be 20 chair dips. So Whether it's a bench, a box, a chair, maybe you have a dip station at home. It doesn't matter as long as you work your triceps. So here we have a bench. I'm gonna keep my body nice and tight. I'm gonna bend my elbows, sit back, come up and squeeze. Staying controlled the entire time. Come up and squeeze. All right? I'm gonna hit 20 dips, just like so. If that's a little bit too much, right? Maybe work on push-ups, right? Maybe find the elevated surface and work on your push-ups. That's still gonna work on those triceps. If you have a band at home, this is the perfect opportunity to do a banded tricep extension if this doesn't work for you. So just attach a band to a pull-up bar, a hook on the roof, the railings of your garage door, anything like that, and pull down and release. Pull down and release. That's another great way to work the triceps. Your last movement is gonna be 30 Russian twists. Now we're gonna go back to our old friend, the Clorox bottle. We're gonna come down to the ground and we're gonna hit 30 Russian twists. Back and forth is gonna equal 1. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. You notice I'm making an emphasis to twist my entire torso and get my obliques involved, my core and my side core involved, all right? Why? Because most people do this. Okay? They're just moving their hands back and forth versus actually twisting. We want to focus on twisting the torso to work the core. If you can't keep your feet off the ground, no worries. Bring them back down as long as you're moving the torso through that rotation. Guys, I hope you've had a great week. I hope you've enjoyed the workout. Good luck, have fun. Post your comments in the post down below. It's been Coach Pablo from Can and Mind Fitness. I wish you an amazing week, and I'll catch you on Monday.